Plato's dream, living in a cave. Plato's dream. It is always dark here, so rub two sticks together, or strike rock against rock. In the firelight, I see the faces of my people, soft new leaves on the great trees. I hear their voices, and the moon voice of the coyote outside. We are the hunters, the cave dwellers. Across the walls, let us paint antelope, bear, elk, deer, rabbit, and the fishes, and all that will happen tomorrow or the day after. This next one's a love poem. First love poem from Mitch. I want to give you beautiful words, and my tongue lolls over them. Trilobite, stereoscopic reservoir. I want to see you shining in the dark and within reach, like a glass of water. There's such thirst, such hunger all around. Yet the horse, having galloped all day hard and alone, the horse eats the grass tenderly. It is the ground which hurls those blades into his mouth. The last few years, there's been kind of a fad in writing poems about dead animals on the road, and at least I've read a lot of them. And I wrote one. I didn't know about the fad, I promise. I wrote one that talks about trying to get across that highway. On crossing the highway. Go at night. It is easier at night. They give off a light of warning, and your feet won't burn. But don't look directly at them or let them see you. They can turn you to stone. You may wait all night, but once you start, you must not stop. You will come to a tiny field full of wind and roaring. This is only halfway there, and they will come at you from the other direction, even faster. Last poem I'm going to read is a long poem. Well, sort of long for me. And because it has a chorus, I'm going to be using two different microphones. We've never actually done this. This is our first rehearsal of this. With using two mics. We'll see how it works. Can you hear me? No. Can you hear me? Now, can you hear me?
Yes.
About the same levels, I hope?
Oh, we don't know.
Okay. Same level as this? Same level as this? Close. Okay. Okay. If you've been reading the papers for the last 20 years or so, every so often you may have seen a little bit in the paper about a fire in the coal mines in Pennsylvania, Centralia, Pennsylvania. Fire started in a dump and ended up going down into the coal mines, and it's burning still. So you may still be reading about this. Well, Centralia. The coal mines in western Pennsylvania interconnect under the mountains, tying valley to valley to valley. They go down for miles. All this must be burned away. Old milk cartons, paperbacks, and TV guides, the newspapers of last week, last year, all this will be burned away. Far from winter, far from everything familiar, the cave is the perfect environment. It will never freeze. Land values gone rock bottom. Things that start and won't be stopped. Millions of bats migrate here each autumn. There are salamanders, certain blind fishes, flashing beetles, and the coal miners. Pack of matches,
sulfur flare in a cupped hand.
The fire in Centralia, Pennsylvania started in an old dump. Burning tires, trash bags, a junked dinette set. One person lit it and walked away for dinner. The raised hand casts a shadow across the parking lot.
Watch where the movement goes. You always go one place or another, down the street or to the store. You have to walk on the ground.
Nothing much to see or hear. Muggy summer day leaning toward fall. Yellow jackets moving softly. The blue jays flitting into night.
Montana and Wyoming were once part of a great ocean filled with fish. West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and New York were tropical paradise, and the Appalachians rose higher than the Rockies.
The fourth grade complained after recess that the playground was hot, and no one paid attention, until the smell of burning leather, shoe sole leather from a red patent leather shoe, bought new for special, not for school. Now it is ruined on the burning playground, and who is to blame?
Now the coal bursts back into hydrogen, oxygen, and carbon, burst backwards into history.
The center of the Earth is 12,000 degrees centigrade, probably a core of liquid iron and sulfur with other metals in smaller amounts.
30-million-year-old tree ferns rise up into waist-deep moss, and the mushrooms explode with the ancient sunlight burning underground. Stinking ginkgo forests filled with pink-netted moths and glittering beetles.
And the kids set fire to whatever they can find in unison with the ground. No permits are given or needed. Hands at his side, the fire marshal only watches.
There are metals we should never touch. Gases we should never breathe.
The collapse of the Earth itself is what surprises. The sinkholes which appear in backyards or behind the town hall, the literal falling away of the Earth as it sinks into itself.
Centralia, Pottstown, Zion Grove, Minersville, Fountain Springs, Locust Gap, Locust Vale, Port Carbon, Prattville, Valley View.
So many accidents in these mines, shaft collapse and all 47 men trapped.
Tonight, see the stars, the heavenly light, and the other earthly, unearthly, otherworldly light.
Think of the delicate beaded toes of the salamander, her damp, membranous skin translucent in the safe place under the rock, waiting for rain.
Listen, the wind, the cars, people talking, the fire racing along down the mines.
Who knows how hot the ground is, right here in this room. Hot enough to burn and keep on burning.